Did you know that the country we now call America could have been called something completely different, like Columbusland? Sounds a bit strange, right? Well, there's a fascinating story behind the name America, and it's probably not what you think. Stick around to find out, and hey, if you love history, make sure you're subscribed to the Learning Network for more amazing facts just like this one. So, let's rewind to 1492, when Christopher Columbus sailed across the Atlantic and landed in the New World. He was convinced he had reached the Indies. That's why he famously called the native people he encountered Indians. But here's the twist: even though Columbus was the first European to make these famous voyages, he never actually realized he had stumbled upon an entirely new continent. He went to his grave believing he had simply found a new route to Asia. So, if Columbus got there first, why isn't it called Columbusland? This is where another explorer enters the picture, Amerigo Vespucci. He was an Italian navigator who also made several voyages to the New World shortly after Columbus. But unlike Columbus, Vespucci was one of the first to boldly suggest that these lands were not part of Asia at all. He argued they were a completely separate New World. This idea caught on. In 1507, a German mapmaker named Martin Waldseemüller was creating a brand new map of the world. Influenced by Vespucci's writings, he decided to honor the man who recognized the land as a new continent. He took Amerigo's first name, which in Latin is Americus, and gave it a feminine ending, America, to match the names of the other continents like Asia and Europa. And just like that, he printed America on his map over what we now know as South America, and the name just stuck. Now, you might be wondering, why not Columbus? He was way more famous at the time. Well, many of the leading scholars and mapmakers back then preferred Vespucci's accounts because he clearly described the continent as a separate landmass. So, in their eyes, naming the new continent after him just made more sense. It was Vespucci's realization, not just Columbus's landing, that they wanted to commemorate. Just imagine for a second if it had been called Columbusland. Every time we'd say I'm from Columbusland, it would be a constant reminder of just one person instead of the vast, diverse continent it is. History could have sounded so different, so, the next time you hear the name America, you'll know the real story. It's not named after Columbus, but after Amerigo Vespucci, the man who saw a new world for what it truly was. History is just full of these little twists and turns that change everything. If you loved this story, do me a favor and hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe to the Learning Network for more curious history facts and mind-blowing stories from all around the globe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.